I think we might just be witnessing the most dominant player in the NBA right now. I know everyone's talking about SGA and the Thunder, SGA and them. SGA and the Thunder have been cooking. SGA's been cooking, man. MVP candidate, definitely top two, if not one. But this man, Nikola Jokic, after having his rivalries with Victor Wembanyama, who's a future star of this league, this man, Nikola Jokic, has been on a tear. And I think he's the most dominant NBA player in the league right now, easily. He's averaging 31, 13, and 10. Triple-double right there, 9.7 more rounded up for him. And he's just been on an absolute tear for this Nuggets team. Nuggets, beginning of the year, we were looking at them as, man, Nikola Jokic is going to be Nikola Jokic, but who's going to step up? Jamal Murray hasn't been the same player in a while. Michael Porter Jr. has been having himself. He's been doing his thing. You got Julian Stroughton, you got Payne Watson, you got Christian Braun. You have a lot of support players, but everyone's like, yo, the Nuggets just won a chip a couple years ago. What's the difference maker? Who's going to step up? Who's still going to be there? If you don't have Jamal Murray, what's the team looking like? You got Christian Braun stepping up. You lose Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. You get Julian Stroughton, he's going to get more minutes. You got Payne Watson trying to get a bigger role. MPJ has to keep doing him, but Jokic has not slowed down, man. He just had a 42-point game against Victor Wembanyama. He's been doing triple-doubles like nothing. And I love to see him and Russ, man. Him and Russ have been incredible together. I don't know what all the hate was about, all that stuff. I think Russ has been incredible with Jokic. I think him and Jokic have that dual chemistry that was much needed. I think he's a great role. I see the stats where he starts there 9-1, 9-2. So he's been starting, but he's also great off the bench. As you can see, he gets a bucket right there. But Jokic himself has been a dominant force, man. He's a mismatch demon. Like, once he gets that mismatch, he's backing you down. He's doing a pull-up. He's still shooting 47% from three and 55% from the field. I mean, you can't name me someone more dominant than that. Every time I've seen him shoot the three ball, it's going in. He's just been taking those mismatches. And not only that, when it comes down to crunch time, they know who to feed him. He knows exactly what to do every time in crunch time. He either backs the man down, and as we all know, one of the best playmaking bigs out there, he either backs the man down or he finds the open man. Nikola Jokic has been nothing but incredible. The MVP race for me, man, I think Jokic should have won it against Embiid. Him and SGA are going to be battling right now because the only issue with Jokic and the Nuggets right now is the seeding and the standings, man. The Thunder right now on a 14-game win streak. The Thunder have been the most dominant team in the league. The Thunder have a great supporting cast around SGA. Don't get me wrong, SGA has been incredible. 40 pieces, 30 pieces, consistency. Just been getting to the rack, scoring consistently. But Jokic himself, you got to look around his cast. You got to look at Jamal Murray, man. Jamal Murray hasn't played good in a while. We've seen him play in the Olympics. You've seen the post about his stats. It's like, whoa, what happened to Jamal Murray? You see his stats this year. People saying, whoa, why is Russ better than Jamal Murray? Who would have thought? Like, Russ wasted his time in LA, and now all of a sudden, Russ is one of the best players on this Denver Nuggets team, in my opinion. He's been better than Jamal Murray at times. The playmaking behind Russ and Jokic has been incredible. The playmaking behind Russ has been incredible. And you can't think I'm going to make a video on the Nuggets and Jokic without talking about my favorite player, Russ. Russ been hooping, man. Russ been doing his thing. I think you got to look at that a lot more too, man. See, now with the Nuggets and Jokic, I don't know if they need to make some changes up. You got Aaron Gordon, who played in the beginning of the season, got hurt, came back, but now is hurt again. So you're missing a core piece to that championship run right now. And the Nuggets have still been fighting, trying to do their thing, which you can't be mad about. You got to keep doing. You got to keep going. That's why I feel like people like Payne Watson and Julian Stroughton, this is your time, man. You're going to get those minutes you need. You got to be able to show flashes. Payne Watson's been showing incredible flashes, man. He's been having some good scoring games, some inconsistencies, but he's been shooting the three ball well, and he's still one of the best shot blocking non-bigs out there. He really tries to hunt down those blocks, which is incredible. But not only that, you got Julian Stroughton, who came from Gonzaga, three ball. I mean, he's been really good spark off the bench. He might have those games where he might be 1 for 3, 1 for 4, but it's like you got to keep shooting those in order to get that touch. You know, shooters like him, once they get hot, man, it's hard to get them to not be hot. We've seen it time and time again with him. He's had some really good stretches, really good games. But with that being said, you got also Christian Braun, who I feel has really been, he stepped up really well in Kentavious Caldwell-Pope's role. And that KCP thing, it doesn't even, bro. That's under the rug right now. KCP hasn't really been that good for the Magic to begin with. I don't really think he would have been as good as he was either way. I think age is getting to him. And I also think playing in a system where you have Nikola Jokic, it also makes you a better player, in my opinion. So I think he's been struggling more because he doesn't have the Nikola Jokic who knows every time he's going to be somewhere for three or wherever he's going to be. I think he's kind of been struggling for that. But with that being said, I don't know what the Nuggets need to do in order to make this. They still have ZZ Naji, who barely plays for them. They have people like him, who was supposed to be a really good pick, things like that. A nice backup big. He didn't really play. They still have Dayron Holmes, who's a rookie who they drafted, who got hurt in the beginning of the season. He could still be a factor later on in the season. I don't know if he's out for the complete season. He comes in the playoff postseason, or if he comes in later on this season. He could be another backup big because, what the big factor with the Nuggets is the numbers look really bad when Jokic is not on the court. And that's a factor that's going to hurt you in the playoffs when it comes to postseason. You can't have those numbers be as bad as they are when Jokic is not on the court. And that's why I think getting Russell Westbrook was huge, because Russ does a little bit of what Jokic does when it comes to the playmaking and the scoring and the rebounding. Not so much the scoring, but the rebounding and playmaking, which is much needed. But I do think the Nuggets need to shake something up. Who it is, I don't really know. I can go into depth about that in another episode, another video.